postponement of the 2023 population and housing census, earlier scheduled for May 3 to 7, 2023, to a date to be determined by the incoming administration. The president gave the approval after meeting with some members of the Federal Executive Council and the chairman of the National Population Commission, Nasir Isakwara, and his team at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. This is contained in a press statement signed by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. The minister indicated that the meeting reiterated the critical need for the conduct of a population and housing census 17 years after the last census to collect up-to-date data that will drive the developmental goals of the country and improve the living standard of the Nigerian people. Mohammed quoted President Buhari as saying that appreciable progress has been made in the preparation for and implementation of the postponed census, adding that the president commended the methodology being put in place by the NPC to conduct accurate and reliable census. The federal government, through the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, has said that fuel subsidy removal is yet to be suspended. A statement by the minister's special advisor, Media and Communications, Yunus Abdullahi, indicated that the federal government planned to expand the subsidy removal committee to include state governors and teams from the incoming administration. According to the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, said the National Economic Council agreed that the subsidy must be removed as the nation could not afford it anymore. She said further that the council agreed that the fuel subsidy must be removed earlier rather than later because it is not sustainable. Osun State government has blamed inherited revenue consultants from the previous administration as responsible for recent misconduct in the revenue collection process, declaring that Governor Ademola Adeleke has since ordered major shake-up and disengagement of corporates. Responding to recent activities by the revenue consultants in the state, the statement signed by the spokesperson to the state governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, noted that the administration had retained some consultants in the spirit of continuity, but expressed alarm at recent turn of events, which is said necessitated the major overhaul ordered by the state governor. He explained that further steps have been taken to arrest and prosecute any consultant whose activities are confirmed as injurious to the financial well-being of the state. The state governor affirmed that under his watch, Osun State finances will continue to be guided and with due process and transparency, along with accountability. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has assured newly posted corps members to the state that his administration will continue to work towards the provision of adequate security and a friendly environment for them to serve successfully. Governor Adeleke, who gave the assurance at the swearing-in and official opening ceremony of the 2023 Batch A Stream 2 orientation course, urged corps members to be law-abiding citizens and embrace peaceful coexistence. Oluchi Amoda reports.
1,803 corps members deployed to Osun State for the one-year mandatory National Youth Service, in addition to the 700 dislodged from Lagos, all converged on the NYSC Permanent Orientation Camp in Ede, Osun State, for the swearing-in and official opening ceremony of the 2023 Batch A Stream 2 orientation course. While declaring the ceremony open, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke admonishes the corps members not to see the service as a waste of time, but rather to see it as a call to higher responsibility and accountability. He urges them to endeavor to contribute their quota to the development of the key sectors of society, adding that the NYSC scheme is being funded and expanded to enhance the development of the different sectors, especially the grassroots.
I urge you to join us to make our economy bigger and stronger by embracing skill acquisition and entrepreneurship. Be creative and innovative as graduates. Do not only think better begin to think of what you can produce or offer a solution to human needs and problems. Imbibe the marketers of an entrepreneur and told the path of diligence, hard work, industry, which is the key to lasting success and prosperity.
Earlier in his address of welcome, the Osun State coordinator of the scheme, Mr. Agbo Ndoma, stated that the 3 weeks orientation course is sacrosanct to the achievement of the objective, vision and mission of the NYSC as it prepares them for their roles in nation building. He urges them to work towards distinguishing themselves during the service year, as the scheme has a system of rewarding hard work and diligence.
Take the nutrition program seriously and participate actively in the course activities, which have been carefully put together for your betterment and that of the nation.
The ceremony climaxed with the administration of the Pledge of Allegiance on the core members by Justice Anyotunde Oyebiyi, who stood in for the Chief Judge of the state.
Pledge to Nigeria, my country.
The event also featured cultural display, and flag of war competition. Governor Adeleke also received the customary salute from the core members.
Hip, hip, hip!
We sincerely apologize for the technical hitch experienced in that report. Now the midday news continues. The federal government has warned that this year's rainy season and other weather conditions are likely to cause major disruptions in the country, which will affect citizens' health and infrastructure in key sectors. The warning is contained in a document prepared and made available to journalists by the panel chaired by the National Emergency Management Agency. According to a technical committee of experts set up by the government, this is due to the severity of the weather and lack of preparedness by relevant agencies. It further warned that roads, bridges, and other key infrastructure, as well as communities, may be washed away, while disease epidemics may break out in many communities, adding that the aviation sector is not left out, as airplanes may skid off runways and cause major catastrophes. It also warned that severe flooding would likely wash away farms and lead to the destruction of livestock, thus causing severe hunger in the land. In addition, it's predicted that severe weather might worsen malaria, cholera, and other waterborne diseases and escalate depression among Nigerians. The document indicated that the agency developed the early warning messages in collaboration with several stakeholders, including representatives of about 22 ministries, departments, and agencies. Chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora, Bike Iriwadabiri, has called on those concerned with passages and movement of persons and services along contiguous borders of Sudan to create a humane condition for about 7,000 nationals, including those with unfettered access to their various destinations. In a statement by the Media Public Relations and Protocols Unit of NIDCOM, Grebe Odu, the chairman said over 7,000 nationals, including Nigerians, were not being allowed to cross the border into Egypt since their arrival. She added that the Nigerian mission in Egypt has been working tirelessly on the matter, as the Egyptian authorities were insisting on visas by fellow Africans to transit back to their countries. And moving on to the sports arena, the Nigerian Football Federation has finalized plans to stage not fewer than 4 international friendlies for the Flying Eagles ahead of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Argentina. According to the head coach of the Flying Eagles, Ladamboso, The friendly matches was arranged to further blend the team ahead of the FIFA age grade competition. Boso, after their 5-0 victory over Skylink FC of Jos, revealed to journalists that Flying Eagles will play 2 friendly matches with Niger Republic and Benin Republic before leaving Nigeria for Argentina on May 6th. The 2023 FIFA World Cup will be hosted by Argentina and will commence on the 20th of next month to June 2023. The Nigerian team is in the same group with Brazil, Italy, and Dominican Republic. While on the foreign scene, at least 25 civilians have been killed in a wave of Russian missile attacks on Ukrainian cities, as Kyiv said it was nearly ready to launch a huge assault to retake occupied land. Firefighters tackled the blaze at a residential apartment hit by a Russian missile in the central town of Uman, and rescue workers clambered through a huge pile of rubble, searching for survivors and bodies. According to the Ukrainian government, the attack was executed by one of the 23 cruise missiles and so-called kamikaze drones that Russia fired, while some were reportedly launched from as far as the Caspian Sea. Reports say the attacks on the cities of Dnipro and Uman earlier were the first large-scale air raids in nearly 2 months. Russia had launched such attacks almost weekly for most of the winter, but it tapered off as spring arrived, with Western countries saying Moscow was running out of missiles. And that ends the midday news on Osbc TV. Do join us at 5 for the evening news. Good afternoon.